Morning all. Gonna go for my first decent ride today with my wife's cousin, another bloke I think. Quite fresh in Melbourne. You can breathe smoke. Got some frost on all the cars, it's about 4 degrees. All I'm taking is the back bag and the tank bags. In here we've got tools, we've got wet weather gear, we've got a spare tube, we've got my little 12 volt pump, we've got a snake bite kit. I just came out to grab the first aid kit to actually chuck that in my backpack. Should be a beautiful morning, 16 or 17, but at the moment she's really quite nice and fresh. Alright, we're meeting up just at Yarra Glen. So my wife's cousin Shane, who is the guru of tracks and everything like that.
We'll see.
And his DR. So sweet DR, he happened to just score when I scored my KLR. Then I see he popped up on Facebook that he bought his bike he's been looking for years. So you've got the DR. Lots done to it as well, which is great. Like, you know, your bash, your rear, your B&B stuff, your guards, your lights, just a different set of tyres. So, and obviously know where mine's at. So obviously I've got 80/20 tyres compared to some good ones. So we'll see how we go today. Shane's going to be gentle on me as we go around, but we're coming to Yarra Glen and she's just a soup bowl of fog. So nice and foggy. So we'll head off now and try to get a bit of footage on the way. Alright, so we've only just started up to King Lake, and what was it, first 5 minutes I came off? 500 metres maybe, on the dirt. Just coming around a corner and then straight into the gutter really. Came off, arms a little bit sore, like where your elbow joins your top of your arm. Skid bar, crash bars did their job, so hit pretty hard. Skidded along the road on that, on the dirt road. Bent the brake lever, so we've manipulated that back as good as we can. I can always take it off and play at home, but I think that should be good for today. But they did their job because all it did was hit here, obviously hit your bark buster, and then I think it must have touched along on the back here. So all the bar work, which is what you want. So worked out well, but beautiful view up here, up top of King Lake. Alright, so we made it up to number 1 camp. No more spills, no more falls. These tyres I really don't like. I'm a complete amateur, but still, and from reviews, they ain't great. The 80/20, they're so skaty. Even let it down to, I think it's down to like 22, but it still feels skaty. Obviously you get used to that feeling, but I think I'd rather just upgrade to something like Shane's got. I think he's got a 606 on the back, or a 606. And what's he got here? 54 MST Metzler on the front, something that can actually bite in, because still be fine for on the road. How noisy do you find them, Shane?
100 k's, you can't hear it over the wind noise anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if you're on a road bike, you might worry about, yeah, it's not there to go off road with. So I think I go for something that's more suited for off road and not care about how loud they are, because yeah. These will wear down pretty quick anyway. I'd only take another 1,000 road Ks and these, because people get about 3,000 Ks out of these, so that's about it. So it's clearing up in Melbourne now. Still fresh, but we're swapping to more comfortable gloves as opposed to warm gloves.
They got 1,500 Ks on them.
Yeah, so Shane's done 1,500 on these. And that's on-road, off-road roads to get to places. So, and good value tyre. I'll be happy if you can get 3,000 out of something that keeps you really grippy, that's fine. So stop here, might even have a drink of tea or a coffee out of our little thermoses. So I end up just packing, we just packed some lunch, a couple of thermoses, a couple of wraps and a banana. So that should do us. Okay, so we just got up to Murchison Gap Lookout. So phenomenal views from up here. It's been good, did a bit of standing up, feeling a little bit more confident. Still feel super sketchy on those tyres. Obviously I'm a complete amateur as well. I'm starting to get used to, you know, body leaning and all that sort of stuff, but let's just pause for a second, look at that view. Beautiful. So what is it, Shane? What's the view called?
Valley of the Thousand Hills.
Looks like it. Beautiful, so we're doing not too bad time even though I'm so slow. Another hour-ish or something till for lunch. Alright, lunchtime. So we're at Reservoir. So I did my first, 1 foot high rock climb? Maybe 1 foot high. Success, didn't fall. Shane's stripping off layers because he was pretty loaded up. And as you can see, and Shane was saying, it's way down. So normally it spills over that top bit. So it's way down. Bike's feeling good, other than the tyres. Getting used to it. It's good. So we'll have some lunch here and then we'll head back on the road. Alright, so that's the ride over. So it was a decent distance in the end. I think 6.5 hours out, 3.5 hours riding or something like that, 3:43. So that's what we did. So it was quite good. As I said, I've realised these tyres, which I already knew, are terrible off-road, and I'm low skilled as well, but going on any gravel like this or bigger on top of a normal road, a dirt road, you just feel like you're skating. Because you've got like 5 mil of tread height. You've got no real tread height. So like Shane's on his bike's got the 606 Dunlop and a Michelin MT21, I think, on the front or something like that, or a Metzler. Maybe I go that sort of combo, because my main plan is off-road and some on-road. And even if I get 3,000 or 4,000 out of one of them, I'm happy with that for the price they are, and just keep replacing and feel more confident off-road. And they're fine for the on-road that you are doing, because you're not trying to do too much on-road. So all I've got to do now, when it fell, obviously, get another one of these, sacrificial, so it obviously hid and slipped that along, scuff there, that's fine. But my brake lever did bend. I've bent it back as best we could when we're out there with some tyre levers, but it's still, I had it so it was just equal when you have your foot down, it would sit just below your fingers, so right on sort of level, and I don't want to be too careful bending. It actually went right in and actually did just hit the case. So it's lucky it didn't, obviously it's not a very sharp edge to bash and break the case, but it did hit the case. But I might see if I can bend it down, wedge something in here so it's not putting any pressure like we did out in the tracks, not putting any pressure on your reservoir. Wedge in there, then lever down. If I can't get that, I might just actually adjust it here and change the actual drop that way. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah, nice and dirty, wait for it to cool down a bit, then we'll give her a squirt down. But that's the first ride, so obviously no actual riding footage. I haven't got all that sort of set up, and I have got a drone and everything, so maybe eventually, but yeah, a few nice scenery shots and successful day. So cheers. If you like this video, feel free to hit like and subscribe as you see me fix things like this and doing different mods and doing different trips. Obviously when we're doing camping trips overnight, we'll take more footage of the nice camp locations and all that sort of stuff. So cheers, thank you, cheers guys.